Hey guys, what's going on today? This is me, Dalsu. We're back with our Mountain Man Challenge, which I think we probably will succeed at from here on out, with just a minimum of effort on our part. Just to make sure things don't fall apart too badly here. I have built these apple orchards. I'm actually going to start getting some apples from them. I put down a new hunter's lodge, which is now working. Hunter's cabin, whatever you want to call it. And we should see our food stabilize. It was sort of plummeting there. Not plummeting, but it was showing a decrease for sure. We have a lot of labor. And I don't know exactly how we want to use this, but I will continue upgrading my houses here and there. The schoolhouse, I believe, was getting full, and we had decided to do a new one, so we'll go ahead and hire a teacher for that one. What? I thought that we did not have diseases. Hold on. Diseases are turned off. I never built a hospital. That's slightly strange and also very worrisome because I do not have a hospital. I will quickly build one. Right here behind the blacksmith. But yikes, wow. I had been assuming that they were off. Okay. That's gonna suck if that spreads. He's visiting the doctor. And there is no doctor. Okay. What a way to start the episode. Just totally out of left field. Anyway, that hospital will not take very long considering how much labor we have. So it's going to be built post-haste. Uh-oh, we got 2 measles now. This is slightly worrisome. You know, I would have prepared had I known. But I thought it was impossible. Now it's up to 3. Hurry up and finish that goddamn hospital, guys. Now it's back down to 2. Well, even if we have some people die, we'll be okay. But I would like to get this situation taken care of. 4 patients, there we go. And it's 1 building I just did not think was necessary. Now we're up to 8. They've all got to go to the doctor. And get yourself cured quickly. Well, he seems to be doing his work anyway. That was a little scary. That could have thrown us way off track. If we hadn't been able to get that hospital up, say we were out of stone or whatever, and we wouldn't be able to get it up, we would be in a dicey situation for sure. But it worked out. I'm going to continue upgrading houses now that it's warm again. I'll do 2 at once. I think that these people will be okay for a short time. Being homeless, not so bad, is it? So we're working our way up to year 50. That's the main issue. Stay alive until year 50. Don't drop below 50 people, which doesn't seem like there's any way that would happen at this rate. We've just been growing and growing and growing like wildfire. Where's my deliveries at? I've got so many laborers. By the way, someone mentioned that I was... Remember how I was like thinking that there was some kind of bug in the game where I couldn't remove the trees? Someone mentioned that since my stockpiles were so full, that was probably the reason why. Like they were overly full. But I don't know if that's true or not, but it seems like a pretty plausible explanation to me. Millet was born. Alright, these houses will be done really quickly. We only have 2 homeless people at the moment. All of our population has been cured by this impromptu hospital that we threw together. Spur of the moment. Alright, no more homeless people now. Good deal. So we'll probably wait until next spring to do the rest. Or to do some more, anyway. How many steel tools are we rocking at this point? 106 to 31 iron, so that's going to be a major uptick in production if everyone's got steel tools and is educated. That's as productive as they can possibly be, I believe. Okay, here's our opportunity for sheep again. It has not come very often, unfortunately. Even though that's what I ordered. We can get rid of these iron tools. We don't need them at all. We can get rid of some firewood. We don't need it at all. And we can get rid of this hide coat. That's going to actually allow us to buy 3. So we don't have to sell quite so many hide coats then. So close. 30 more, so 102. Boom. So we got ourselves some sheep. We need to throw down a paddock like right away. And I'm going to do that over here. That is pasture. I don't really know what the established wisdom is on pasture size. I'm just going to do 13 by 13. That seems right to me. And that's about what will fit in that space properly. Now they'll actually chop down the tree, I guess, since they have a place to store it. The sheep are going to give us wool. And there's going to be some meat involved in there, too. I think in vanilla here, you don't have to do, like, the butcher shop or any of that. I would assume that's how it works. You got to do it quickly or else your little sheep will die. They'll sit there in the trading post and just die. It does require some logs, I guess, for the fence. What about decorations? Do decorations even exist in vanilla? I know there's so many in Colonial Charter. I don't actually see any decorations here. Okay, we've got our sheep paddock. We will hire, I guess, 2 shepherds. Why not? We have plenty of labor, so it doesn't matter. We don't have enough apples to make apple ale. I guess a lot of them might be being eaten. I don't know. Did we make some apple ale? Yeah, we did. How much alcohol do we actually currently possess? Is 0. Apparently there was a big rush on the stuff, which I would think would make people more happier, maybe. Yeah, it goes quickly. People like booze, what can I say? I feel you. 22,000 food. Looks like our food's in full recovery mode now. I will verify that by checking out the graph here. Yep, going straight back up, isn't it? So we're good at this point, I think. I don't see how we could have a death spiral severe enough to mess us up. I don't think we want any more houses, as long as we're seeing families having babies. That's what we want. We don't want just lonely old spinsters living alone by themselves. That's not cool. So yeah, once we get that wool up, we'll switch our tailor to make us some proper clothing. And it'll all be great. And you know, we might eventually need a second tailor and a second blacksmith. I don't know. Let's see. Current, used, produced. used in 1 year. Okay. So that seems like we're making double what we need. Close. Produced. Used. So, yeah. Wait. I'm confused. Produced versus produced 1 year. That's a little bit confusing. Anyway, I guess I should be reading these numbers and not these numbers. Like, this is 1 year ago. This is probably 1 year ago, and this is probably this year. So last year, this is actually really useful now that I've sort of figured this out. We did use more logs than we produced. Oh, did it just reset? Yeah, early spring. Okay, so it just reset this. So this is last year we're looking at now. We produced not quite as many logs as we used, but we did build some stuff. We didn't quite produce as much stone as we used. We definitely didn't produce enough iron. How do we produce 0? Oh, because we're doing coal, that's right. Fuel, we produced plenty. Tools, plenty. Well, you know, we might want another blacksmith at some point. Anyway, food was good. Clothing, not good. I wonder if it's because we traded some. Alcohol, coal, textiles. That's very useful information, I think. But yeah, I suppose we want to make sure we don't run out of tools nor coats. And we might want to do a second tailor, a second blacksmith. Or even a second mine, even. Quite possibly. I've got 50 coal stored away. But wouldn't it be nice to also have an iron mine? Although we can probably just buy the stuff, really, realistically. And be fine for the next 15 years. I have an obscene amount of labor at this point. These orchards probably not big enough to really help me out like I need them to. Have you produced any wool yet? Doesn't look like it. Alright, I'm going to upgrade these 2 houses. Check out what the man has brought for me. Iron. Just in time, but you won't take my food. Interesting. So I need like 80 or 90 maybe. Close enough. We've got 6 homeless people now. So we're going to need to hurry up on these houses. 0% storage remaining. That's good. Can't stop progress. Wow. I thought we had a bunch of labor before, but it's just going up and up and up. It's great. So let's use all this labor and do something with these houses. I'm giving them an extra builder. I don't know if that'll actually do any good, but I'm gonna really throw my weight around here. Looks like the harvest is happening. I'm really hoping these houses will be done soon. Wintertime is not incredibly far away. There's really nothing else to build at this point. It's just sort of a waiting game. I'm going to upgrade all my houses, just sort of for fun more than anything else. I'll stick a few more people in here. Yeah, there we go. We seem to be able to get most of our iron covered just from trading. He's making a lot of ale, but it sure gets drunk fast. Okay, so we got those houses upgraded. That's nice, right as the first frost sets in. Lovely. Still haven't had any sheep babies. Which I guess you would call lambs, probably. Oh yeah, there's a little lamb. But I haven't seen too much wool. 6. Alright, can we switch our tailor? Our tailor's actually out of leather? What? I thought we'd be producing twice the amount of leather now that we have 2 of these, unless we are somehow over hunting things. That could be a problem if we start to run out of coats. What I'll probably do is make a second tailor and have them just set to wool coats. And then keep the first one on just simple coats. It doesn't really make a huge difference, I don't think. I mean, I assume by this drop-down menu that the best coat was going to be a warm coat, right? So we'll want a few of those, you know. I guess it just lets people work during the winter time and makes their efficiency go up a little bit. I'll throw down a second tailor right there. So we'll have a project to work on over the winter time, building that tailor. Blacksmith's saying he's full. Had a spring frost there. Year 37. We do about 5 years an episode, then we'll be done in another couple episodes, I would think. Still don't know if the Steam overlay is going to come through with the actual announcement of my achievement. It hasn't been doing that for other games. I really don't have time to fight Steam. I'm just going to, like I've said several times, I'm going to call it a win if we get to year 50 without any problems. I don't need any Steam overlay to tell me that I've done a good job. And everything seems to be working out fine. Food is pretty much right on the money by the looks of things. We ate about 1,000 food more than we produced last year, so maybe not exactly right on the money, but close. I assume when we get these sheep fully rocking, that we will actually have an extra 500 or 600 meat to deal with every season, which will set us right. I don't need sheep anymore, thank you. Let's get us another tailor in here rocking the warm coats when possible, please. This storage barn's completely empty. You don't see that every day. I don't know, I would have thought that this extra hunting lodge would make a huge difference, but it doesn't seem to be really making a huge difference. I don't know, maybe we're over-hunting, overtaxing the ecosystem. We're not getting enough leather, that's for damn sure. It is summertime. I'm going to tell them to upgrade one house, even though it's a fairly full house. Not to be confused with the sitcom. Let's see. Yeah, we're pretty much right on the money there. Makes it look like we're a little short here, but we're actually not. What's going on with these crops? Only half of them got planted? Is that what you're telling me? That's what it kind of looks like. I wonder why that happened. That might put us in a bad position. Not a bad position, really, but it's just not what I would have liked anyway. This guy's only producing like 500 each. Not a great use of the space, but, you know, we're just using it for booze. How much are you doing? That's pretty good. That should keep us fed. I would definitely think. Authorston was born. And this house is just going to pop right up. Good deal. Yep. We're right on the money. That's good. We might need another blacksmith. I don't know. Last year was pretty good. Can't believe we're using all the fuel that we're producing. That seems crazy to me. I guess if it's breaking even, then that's good. Yeah, clothing last year we did a lot more than we... I guess we drank more alcohol than we made because we had leftover alcohol from the year before. That would make sense. That's the only thing that makes sense. Unless we drank phantom alcohol somehow. These trees died somehow. Wait. Why is it still saying that we have some homeless people? We don't have any houses being upgraded right now. That's a little strange, but I'll just not ask too many questions. Go ahead and throw down an extra house for these people. Because winter is coming after all. They don't have a place to stay. Yeah, see them getting cold. We might actually lose a person or two here if this house doesn't get built really quickly. Cabbage seeds, I don't care about. Come on. It's late winter. Thankfully, it seems to have been somewhat of a mild winter. Where are my builders at? She's standing right on the house, but not building it. Anyway, it looks like they'll survive because it was a not too bad of a winter. On the other hand, we are down on our food quite a bit. Should we trust that this food paddock here is going to, sheep paddock is going to fix things? Yeah, we're about 2,000 short, so that's a little more than I'm comfortable with, even for normal fluctuations. So I am going to grab myself another crop. I'm gonna make it sort of try to conform to the landscape a little bit. I would love to get an 11 by 11, but we just don't quite have the room for it. Or maybe we do. No. Wait, maybe we do. We can get a 10 by 10. That'll have to do. And we're going to plant cabbage. And we're going to give it 2 extra farmers. And that should generate about 1,000 food. Not really, actually. We'll probably need something else on top of that. We can clear out this area and do something there. Or we could just start to trade for it. We're gonna run out of iron tools to trade, but there's always the firewood. Firewood for food seems a good trade. See, it says I have stored textiles. That must be just wool. I guess they're grouped into the same category. Yeah, this will probably only generate about 500 food, if even that. So it's not going to quite make up for this, you know, 1,500 difference that we've got going here. And you always want to get in front of this stuff while you can. That turned out to be a pretty good fishing lodge. I wonder if I could do another one somewhere. This is kind of the ideal spot, but I don't think the elevation is going to make it easy on me. Yeah, I don't see how we could really get it. Well, we can get away with it right there. Let's do it. I think that gives us great call to go ahead and build a bridge over these two rivers. For now, I'm just going to slap down a barn and a house over here in this little nook. 2 houses. Who'd have thought we could make use of that space? And we've got some eggs, some food here. In a strangely demonic mnemonics. 133. Okay, so 100 firewood gets me. Has the price of firewood dropped? It seems to have. I don't really want to get rid of my hide coats. I'm a little nervous that my tailors are just not going to be able to get it done. So we'll do that trade. And basically we've just burned a couple years off the clock in this episode, and we're waiting to make sure we have enough food. We're going to want to keep a keen eye on this. You know, we're 1,500 short. Yeah, it's not a huge deal, but it adds up, you know, over the years. And also, we continue to have growth, it seems like. So we're going to want to make sure and get in front of that. I think the pasture, the crop, and all this stuff I've just built will do that. But anyway, we're going to have to wait for another episode to see that happen. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.